Hey everyone, Game Park here, and today what I thought I'd do was not a shoe unboxing, but actually just talking about some games that I have within said box regarding my Switch backlog. So yes, I have a couple of games here that I haven't really gotten a chance to play at all. They're all part of my backlog, and I have a lot more other Switch games that are in my backlog, but these are just the ones that I kind of have here in this box. And what I thought I'd do was just kind of talk a little bit about each of them, not for too long, but yeah, just kind of see what I have in here. And at the very end, I'll pick three games that I will very much try to play for the upcoming year sometime during 2023. Start it and play them and hopefully beat them. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and take out all these games out of here and we can go one by one. So let's do that. Alrighty, and with the box out of the way, we'll start out over here with a couple of special edition Switch games that I have. Here we have Kogan, Sword Over Wind, and Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger IX2, I believe. I'm not really sure, but yeah, this is a double pack that I got from Limited Run quite a while ago, I believe, and yeah, it has two games in it. I was looking at this one actually just yesterday, and I noticed that there's actually very little correlation between this Kogan game and this Luminous Avenger game. I was looking at like who created it. This is made by Gem Drops. This one's made by Inti Creates, but I don't actually see any deep correlation other than that they were both published by Limited Run and that they're both, I guess, developed by Japanese developers. So even on the spine here, we have the company at the end, which is Inti Creates and Gem Drop. So kind of a weird packaging here, but yeah, I mean, two games in one little package, and I've seen enough gameplay for both of them that they did look interesting, so that's why I got this combo pack. But yeah, that's Kogan and Luminous Avenger double pack for the Switch. This one I did actually open, but I just haven't gotten a chance to play it. That's a Chaos pack. This is Chaos Head Noah and Chaos Child. Chaos Child I have played on the PlayStation 4 quite a while ago, and it's just a really messed up game, like psychological thriller, like just it's really crazy. Like I really can't go into it. Very gruesome, very gory, but it does have a good story that I did enjoy, and I have the Japanese version of Chaos Head Noah for the Xbox 360, but I'm glad that this pack came out because this is the first time you can actually play Chaos Head Noah in English. So I'm actually looking forward to giving that a playthrough sometime. All right, so we have a big stack over here. Let's just go from the very top. We have over here Harvest Moon Mad Dash. This is a game that I got originally with like this GameStop sale that they were having a while ago. So it's kind of like it looks like a puzzly game. So I've already talked about this one. But yeah, that's Harvest Moon Mad Dash. Next we have the Outer Worlds. It's more kind of like what's it called, Fallout style game. Western RPG, has all that stuff in it. I did get it for the Switch because in case I ever want to take it on a trip or something, we can have that. But this is part of that GameStop sale too that I did a video about it a long time ago. Here we have Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, same thing, strategy game, GameStop sale. Here we have Sayonara Wild Hearts. This is like a music-based game that I've heard amazing things about, and I still haven't gotten a chance to play with it. Again, this is all backlog, so I really haven't played much or any of these games. So that's why we're doing this video right here. So yeah, pop album video game. Definitely want to get around to this one because I've heard such great things about it. Then we have Legend of Mana. I did originally play Legend of Mana on the PS1, but I never beat it. I only got through a couple of dungeons or levels. So I was really happy that this game came out for the Switch. I really love the music in this game. I have the Japanese PlayStation 1 version, but this one, being the Asian version, is still in English. So that's great, so that we can give it a little bit of a playthrough. Or I guess my two music tracks expired because I didn't redeem them in time. Oh well, that's why you gotta play your games. Next we have here Cotton, what is this called? Cotton Guardian Force Saturn Tribute. So I believe these are the Cotton games that were on the Sega Saturn, and there's 3 of them: Cotton 2, Cotton Boomerang, Guardian Force. Here we have a little description of them, and they just look like really fun games. Shoot 'em ups, cute 'em ups, I guess you could say. But this is one that I definitely want to give a playthrough. Next, we have here the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Again, this is part of like the Phoenix Wright series. Really good, essentially like visual novel, puzzle, detective kind of game, cross-examining everything. So this is a really good one that I've had just sitting around for a long time. Again, I really want to get through all these games. Obviously, I bought them, and I'm sure I would enjoy them. But time is a luxury. But yeah, definitely the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Good to have here. This is one of those other games that I got during that GameStop sale like last year or something. Digimon Cyber Sleuth Complete Collection. It has 2 games in it. This one I'm not sure when I'll get around to it, but nonetheless, it's still good to have. Here we have some visual novels. Tomoyo After It's a Wonderful Life CS edition. Supposedly CS stands for Consumer Software Edition, which basically means that it doesn't have any of the risque types of scenes in here. This is all, I believe, pretty appropriate. So if you have the 0, it's like for age 12 and up, so it should be okay to play on the airplane or whatever. But yeah, it's a visual novel based off the Clannad series, a bit of a spin-off, and like it says here, has the text in English and Japanese. So that's amazing, because I was waiting for a publisher to maybe bring it over here in the West in English, like a physical version of it, and maybe Limited Run might have been able to do something like that, because I know that they did the other Clannad, but unfortunately that didn't seem to be the case. So I'm just like, you know what, I saw this for cheap, the Japanese version, and it has English, so I'm like, all right, it's good to go, and I picked it up. Here we have another Clannad Side Stories. I can't remember how to read this Japanese. Hikari mi something, yeah. But anyway, this is Clannad Side Stories, just more like additional stories from like the series, the girls and the paths and everything like that. I've seen the anime of Clannad, but I haven't played either the Tomoyo or this one. But the good thing is, like the other one, is that it has English text in it. So whenever I do get around to it, I'll jump into this one. But yeah, that's Clannad Side Stories. Next we have over here Hover for the Switch. I think I got this on sale at Best Buy for like, it was either $5 or $10, something like super cheap, definitely less than 10. So I was just there, and I just picked it up because it was readily available. It's a Switch game, and it kind of gave me like Jet Set Radio kind of vibes. I heard it's okay, but I haven't actually played it myself. Obviously, it's still, all these games are basically still like shrink wrapped. So I mean, I love Jet Set Radio. That's honestly one of my favorite series of all time. So I would love to give this one a try, ignoring all the reviews and just kind of going into it with a fresh face. So yeah, that's Hover. Next we have over here is the Classics Collection for Doom. So Doom is a series that everybody knows. It's a legendary first-person shooter. Here we have Doom 1, 2, and what is that? Doom 3. I don't think I actually have. I might have Doom 1 on the Jaguar, Doom 2 on the 32X, and Doom 3 on the Xbox original. So maybe I do have these original versions, but this is super convenient. The Doom ports for the Switch and all the other, I guess, last generation systems have been really good, really well received. So yeah, I had to get that one, and it feels like it's kind of heavy. I feel like, yeah, there's a couple instruction booklets in there and maybe some other stuff that I can't really see because I haven't opened any of these games. So nonetheless, it's good to have Doom, the Classics Collection. Here we have one I'm super, super excited about, and I think about this all the time. Darius GHD for the Switch, obviously. So yeah, G Darius HD. So I originally played G Darius on the PlayStation 1 that was included in one of the demo discs. If it wasn't the demo disc that came with my PS1, it was definitely the very first demo disc that came in the PlayStation, the official US PlayStation magazine. And I played that one to death, man. I love that one. Yeah, this fish right here. That's all these robots are like fish and stuff like that. And I remember this boss right here, and I had been wanting that PS1 version for a long time until I heard that there's actually been like a G Darius or Darius collection, like two different versions for the Switch, and I was getting mixed up with as to which one actually had G Darius on it until they just kind of released this standalone version here in the States. The collection we didn't get physical in North America. So I was like, you know what, screw it. Like the only game I really care about is G Darius. So let me get this one, and I'm so happy that it came out here. As you can see, Nintendo Life gave it a 9 out of 10, which is excellent. And yeah, this game is so much fun. Probably one of my favorite, like, shooters of all time. Like, so good to have G Darius. I definitely want to play this one. So this is a game I did actually play, and this is Cruisin' Blast. This is kind of like the Cruisin' USA, Cruisin' World, Cruisin' Exotica games. Just kind of dumb fun. And fortunately, some of those, games that I mentioned, they're not the greatest, but Cruisin' Blast is just fun, man. It's just dumb fun. You can play with anybody. I was playing it with my girlfriend, and we were both having a blast. It just feels, I don't know. It's just kind of dumb fun, like you don't have to worry too much about it. You want to, unlock some of the things. If you want a challenge, you can get a challenge, but overall, it's just fun. And it goes for pretty cheap nowadays, so definitely I recommend Cruisin' Blast. It's nothing too serious. It doesn't take itself seriously at all. I definitely recommend this Cruisin' Blast. So this is a good one. It just happened to be in my backlog box, but yeah, definitely a good one there. Here we have Quake. This is by Limited Run and ID. So yeah, Quake. I believe that there is this YouTuber, Modern Vintage Gamer (MVG), and he now works for Limited Run, and he does some really awesome work porting games to modern systems like Quake here. And it's just so nice to have quality ports that are well received by the public. And I enjoyed a lot of this early first person shooters, and Quake is no exception, just like Doom collection that I have over there. So yeah, good to have Quake on the Switch. Next we have here is No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle, and actually I also have the other one, the original No More Heroes. I have both of these for the Wii. I got them a long time ago. No More Heroes 1 I did play, and then maybe I got about like halfway through it, but I never even opened my Wii version of the No More Heroes 2. And to be honest, if I'm gonna play any of these games, I'm just gonna go into these Switch versions, because I don't hate motion controls, but it's definitely not my preference. I just kind of want to sit back and relax and, play a game sitting down or laying in bed. And the Switch is the perfect system for that. Obviously, you can play it like handheld or on the TV. But yeah, I had these games. And I know there was like a collector's edition that also came from Limited Run. But at this point, I am starting to, get a little weary of limited editions and big boxes and stuff like that. I'll still get all the ones that I really like, but yeah, it really just depends on the content and what comes inside. So this time, much to my own surprise, I actually opted for just the standalone versions, and at least I have the games and they're good to go for whenever I do decide to get into it. But yeah, that's No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2 Desperate Struggle. Next, we have here Hero Must Die Again. I believe I did an unboxing for this game on my channel, so check that out if you're interested in an unboxing. But yeah, this is basically an RPG about this hero who starts out slightly older and kind of like has limited time or something like that. Like as the days go on, he is, I don't know, it's kind of like a Benjamin Button kind of thing, something like that. But yeah, it's an RPG and kind of quirky, limited release. So decided to get this one. Next we have over here is Blaze Blue Central Fiction Special Edition. Originally, I think this was only available physically in Asian markets, but eventually it did get released everywhere. And the one that we got here in North America was published by Limited Run, so went ahead and got that. I've always really enjoyed the Blaze Blue games, especially since they're made by Arc System Works and they're like masters of like fighting and stuff like that, fighting games. So yeah, I decided to just get Blaze Blue Central Fiction there. Next we have here another blue game, Blue Reflection Second Light. I believe this is Blue Reflection Tai Second Light. I have the first Blue Reflection for the PS4, and I heard that it's a very, very easy game, the first one. I did start it, but I didn't get far at all, and I will definitely play that one first, and then I will jump into the second one. But I've heard good things about the series overall. It has its critics, but all these games have their own critics. So yeah, I'm going to definitely want to jump into Blue Reflection Second Light. Next we have here is As Divine Collection. This is a collection of 4 different Kemco RPGs. Anybody knows Kemco and EXE creates, they know that these are kind of like really budget RPGs that are basically look like they were made in like RPG Maker, but some of them can be good. Most of them are just very average, but there's a couple of hidden gems in there. So I have As Divine Hearts for the PS4, but I don't remember if I have any of these other ones. But nonetheless, we have a whole collection here, and it was cheap, so I just went ahead and got As Divine Collection. Next we have AI the Somnium Files. So I believe it's made by one of the creators that made Zero Escape for the DS and 3DS, so that Zero Escape series. And I have the second one for the Xbox One, but I still wanted the first one, AI Somnium Files, and this has been really hard to get. The North American version goes for really high prices these days, but I was able to get this European version for a lot cheaper and sealed and everything. I didn't want just like the cartridge, I wanted the whole case and everything. So I'm super glad that I at least have the collection. I can play the first one and I'm ready for the second one. And the second one, I do have the special edition that comes with like a figure and some crazy stuff. So this one did have a special edition too, but I am not even looking to get that one. I'm a-okay with just getting a cheap standalone complete version for the Switch, and that's good enough for me. Next we have over here is Nier Automata, the End of Yorha edition. I'm so glad that this came out for the Switch. I heard so many great things about it since 2017 when this game originally came out on the PS4. But yeah, I definitely wanted it on the Switch just because I kind of like Switch a little more than PS4, for that portability aspect. And yeah, this is one of the, I heard such great things about it, and I did actually start playing it on the Xbox One during the pandemic when we were in lockdown, just because I wanted to check it out, and it was a lot of fun. But at the time I was actually playing PSO2, Phantasy Star Online 2, and that kind of took up most of my time. So yeah, eventually I will get around to it. Like I said, this one has over 100 awards and nominations, critically acclaimed, so I will definitely try my best to get to Nier Automata. Next we have here is the Ninja Turtles, the Kawabunga collection. So this is like a huge collection of like 13 classic Ninja Turtles games for all sorts of systems, Turtles in Time, Game Boy, like all those like classic like retro systems. So I definitely had to get it. I heard it was a well done port. It's just so much value, and I got this on sale too along with Nier Automata for they're doing like a Target sale. So I actually got these two. And yeah, I'm still waiting on my Ninja Turtle Shredder's Revenge from Limited Run that has like the slightly special edition, not that like $200 or $300 thing, whatever it is, but just like the one that has like the VHS looking special edition. So it's a little cheaper, but That's for Shredder's Revenge. I still haven't gotten it, but in the meantime, Kawabang Collection is definitely very good to have. Next we have over here is Valis, the Phantasm Soldier Collection. I believe this has, yeah, 3 Valis games. Valis 1, Valis 2, Valis 3. I've read a couple things about these games, especially seen a lot of like video reviews, and it seems like Valis 2 is like the worst one of the 3, but Valis 1 and Valis 3 are pretty well received, and I do believe that they did a reproduction of the original Sega Genesis games, but it's just kind of nice to have all these games like on the Switch on one collection. I didn't really want to spend like what $150 because it's like a $50 each for each Sega Genesis reproduction copy, and I'm just like, you know what, let me just grab this one and just pay the price of one, and it looks nice and everything like that, so I'm happy with just my version here for the Switch Valis. Then we have here Yumeo Tsutsu Remaster and Reafter. So this one I have actually played. I have the Asian version that is fully in English. It almost looks identical to this one, minus the ESRB rating over here. So I'm probably going to keep this one sealed, but I just really wanted to get this one specifically from Limited Run because I want them to support more visual novels and especially more Yuri visual novels. I'm a huge fan of them, and for the longest time I wasn't gonna get it, but right at the very end I decided to just go for it just to kind of show that support. Hopefully they can bring more Dejika games and Kogado visual novels over to the Switch because I just love visual novels. They're awesome. So yeah, I have started playing Yumeo Tsutsu, the original. I think it's just remastered. I actually have Reafter also for the PlayStation Vita. That's like the limited edition one from East Asia Soft. It comes with like some little soundtracks and little stickers and stuff like that. But yeah, I just had to go ahead and support, a game that is really interesting. It's about an all-female game developing staff and how they kind of, develop relationships and stuff like that. So this one I have started playing, so I'm gonna continue doing that. And last but not least, we have over here is Fragon. So yeah, Fragon, I was very excited about this one. It's kind of like a Mega Man Legends kind of style. Like it just, at least the art style. But yeah, kind of like a little platformer. Looks very, very much like, like a PS1 and 64 type of game. And I was like, you know what? Yes, this is exactly the kind of games that I really like, retro inspired, but not just like pixelated, like 2D, dungeon, whatever stuff. I'm just like, I want actual platformers. I want like something fun like this. It looks great, honestly. So yeah, I'm really happy to have gotten Fragon here. But yeah, that's everything that was in that shoebox. So lots of games. Let me see. I'm going to try and put my stack down as carefully as possible so that we can just kind of look at the spines, see some of the cover art. Boy, oh boy, we have a lot of stuff here. Let's just go like this. We have a lot of games. Let me put my special editions here at the end so that kind of hold everything on the table. But so if I had to pick 3 games that I definitely want to start, play, and finish for 2023, I think I'm gonna go with Fragon, just because it just, I don't know, it seems so quirky, I really like that. G Darius, they just happen to be here, but yeah, G Darius, really fun shooter. And oh my gosh, there's just so many good games. Honestly, I could like the visual novels. Oh, gosh, I kind of want to say Sayonara Hearts, possibly. But you know what? Since I was just talking about it, I think I'm just gonna go with Yumeo Tsutsu because I have already started it. So I definitely want to finish it. But let's just put that as the kind of like the runner-up because I technically have already started it. Let's talk about some games that I haven't started at all. Like I haven't even opened them or played them. So I guess, oh my god, oh my gosh. You know what? Let's just go ahead and yeah, let's just do Sayonara Wild Hearts. I think it deserves it. I heard such good things about it. I've heard the music for it. Really good stuff. But yeah, so for the 2023, the games that I will start and try to finish, and I think it should be doable, right? Are Sayonara Wild Hearts, Frogun, and G Darius HD. Those are my top picks for games that I want to start playing, with Yumeo Tutsu being one that I should finish. I started it, but I should finish it. But yeah, those are a couple of games, couple of games in my backlog. Definitely going to try and play these. Let me know what games you guys have in your backlog. What games do you have that you really want to start playing and hopefully beat in 2023? I know that just from my friends online and everything, we're all having very similar, first world problems of not being able to like even start certain games. But, like I said, time is a luxury, and hopefully we can get around to them and just have a good, fun 2023 with the games that we have and the games that we will no doubt continue to purchase. But yeah, with that, I want to wish everybody a happy new year 2023. Enjoy the games you have, enjoy the games you will get, and let me know down below what are your top 3 or top whatever games that you want to play for the coming year. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you all next time. Peace.